Hello YouTube, greetings from the stop motion reviewer. Today we're going to be taking a look at Generations Deluxe Class Warpath. It's generally a legend scale bot, but I'm really glad that they made him into a deluxe figure this time around. The deluxe scale allowed for a lot more engineering in my opinion, and altogether he has a much cooler transformation than the Legends version of Warpath. As for vehicle articulation, the tank turret does rotate 360 degrees, and the gun thing can move up and down. The actual turret itself will not move up and down without flipping the figure in half due to transformation, but altogether, I'm glad he has tank articulation because a good portion of them for some reason don't. You could easily mistake this guy for one of the Siege figures because the sculpting on this figure is actually beyond its time. I really love the amount of detail that they put into this figure. On top of that, he also has a couple Easter eggs with his favorite catchphrases on the side of his legs, even though mine has one repo label covering it up for some reason. I got this guy for about 12 bucks off eBay and he came partially repo labeled. But altogether, his tank mode's pretty fantastic. Let's move on to transformation and see how Warpath really looks. And this is why I like Deluxe Warpath better than Legends Warpath. The transformation is so much more interesting on this version of Warpath, it isn't even funny. On top of that, he also has the coolest piece of automorph that has ever been invented ever, where if you push in the chest cannon or whatever, his head just springs out of nowhere. And again, I'm going to say that this is the coolest part of transformation I've seen out of just about any figure I've bought. As for articulation, articulation includes a head that can look left and right, shoulders move out, shoulders rotate 360, biceps bend 90, biceps rotate, thigh rotation, universal hip joints for forward, downwards, and backwards movement, and 90 degrees of bend at the knee. Altogether, articulation is relatively basic, but what can you expect from a deluxe that came out quite a few years ago? And the transformation more than makes up for any lacking articulation. So would I recommend getting this figure? Absolutely 175% yes. The problem is the aftermarket value makes him pretty expensive and very difficult to find. This was a very well-beloved figure, meaning that popularity is going to cause the price to go up because of scalpers, and most likely you're going to have a difficult time finding it for a reasonable price. I found mine for about 12 bucks on eBay, so if you're going to look anywhere, look there, not on Amazon. This has been the Stop Motion Reviewer, and kablam! I should lose my internet privileges.